All right, welcome to the Block Party. My name is Seth Kushner. We are back. Our second face-to-face interview, our first one with Bogo. He was returning to the Lightning. Now we have a new member, Belly. That's what I'm going to call you. I'm not going to introduce you with your formal name like it's the first day of school. People call you Belly. I'm going to call you Belly if that's okay. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Plus, I mean, my name has all the letters of the alphabet, so it might be a little bit tough for people to mention. So Belly, it's easier.
Belly's good. Listen, so everybody has said you are such a nice guy. That's what I hear about you because I've known I was going to interview you for a while. Do you agree with them? Are you a nice guy?
I don't know if I am a nice guy. I'm just trying to go by my day, try to do my business. And I think that people getting like shocked about, I have a smile on my face. It's like, it's fun to be here, right? So I try to tell the guys, like, this is, come in the morning, I'm loud, big smile on my face. And guys are like, oh, you're too loud. Yeah, well, get used to it because this is going to be the whole year long. This is fun. No, but most of the time, guys in the morning and come there and like, I'm pretty loud. And guys are like, oh, you excited today? I said, yep. And tomorrow and the next day. And it's...
Who's a little cranky when you get in there? Is it Killer? Who is it?
Actually, in this team, I haven't got the guys yet. I mean, this morning I got, the nice shh from Hedy.
Okay.
Maybe I was a little too loud for the Swedish.
For the Swedish.
But
they love you though. You played 8 years there, right? Yeah. I mean, they should love you in Sweden, right?
Yeah, I know, but this is where I learned it actually. The first contract you sign when you leave France, you're not really a great hockey players, and somehow, it was all about making sure you enjoy every day. And like the first contract was like, okay, we don't know if you're doing this to get a contract or if you're actually positive like this all the time, so we're going to give you another tryout for 6 months, so let's see if you can keep doing that. But this was kind of the thing, like, you left the country, you come into a country that is maybe, doesn't respect your kind as a hockey player, kind of like, the French hockey player,
right?
Because we haven't done anything internationally. And then like at the end of the day, it was tough. I remember my mom telling me like, all right, trying to explain to me a little bit what happened into that team in the last few years. And she was like, is it fun every day? I said, yeah, I mean, the rink is amazing. The locker room is amazing. We got free food, So, and my mom was like, well, just come every day and show it to them. Those guys they have had hockey their whole life. Give it to them. You've like had one practice until you were 11, and then you get 3 until you're 16, and now you're there. Just make sure you make them understand that it is fun. So every day I came with a smile. And somehow I've got credit for it.
Yeah.
So then it's just become something, all right, just enjoy every day.
I love this. Now, you're not like this on the ice, right? You got to be the complete opposite. You love to get under players' skin. I mean, how do you transform yourself into the beast that you are when you're playing?
Well, you want to win the game.
Yeah.
So then you try to do whatever it takes for your team to win, right? So then if you had to be, I don't know, I mean, I don't get mad that often while I play, but if I do, you'll see it. Like, it's just, I don't control it. It's not like, it
just happens?
Yeah, shit happen.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way.
Do you talk trash?
No, I'm terrible at it.
You are?
Boy. Oh, yeah.
Do they talk trash to you since they know you're bad at it?
No, now that we're talking about it, it might come out.
Okay,
shit.
Yeah, don't talk
no,
trash.
But it's like, I don't, it's like you guys are so good. Some guys are so good at trash talking. I'm going to try, and it's like, and then I come on the bench like, shit, I should have said this and this and this. Too late.
Who's the best on the team on the Lightning at trash talking?
It's early.
Is it Maroon?
Yeah, Patty is pretty good. And he's pretty quick on his answer. The guy has been in the league for a while, and also I can tell he's probably been chirped a lot, he's got comeback ready, kind of.
They call him fat. It's really not appropriate because he's a fit man.
he's just big.
Yeah, he's
a big dude.
They call him Fat Pat. We talked to his mom actually on a show last year, and she goes, "It doesn't bother him. Fat Pat was his name. His friends gave him growing up."
Yeah, I mean, this is no. So I think him. Every team you have one guy that is like pretty decent.
Yeah.
At it, so it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun to listen to those guys. You sit on the bench, you're like, oh shit, he said that.
What about like Corey Perry and Maroon when I know they're buddies? Are you watching them kind of go back and forth? Do they talk trash to each other? Or are they kind of teaming up on other guys in the locker room?
No, but you can tell they have this chemistry. You can definitely tell they have a chemistry that, like, sometimes it could be an inside joke where you're kind of outside of it and they're both laughing, or they just have like a look. You can tell they understand each other perfectly. So, but the Corey is pretty quiet.
Oh, is he quiet? Okay, not on the ice though.
No. But it's the same. He's a really great guy off the ice. I know he's the kind of guy you hate to play against.
That's kind of, we had to warm up when we signed Corey Perry because we've hated him the last 2 years. We've played.
That's a good sign.
Yeah. And now who are you happy you don't have to play against anymore?
Him.
Corey Perry.
Oh
right?
yeah, I mean, that series against Dallas 2 years ago in the bubble, I hated him. Like,
did just the way he played, or did he say mean things about your country?
No, it's just the way he plays. You know,
it gets under your skin.
He's good at it. Like, he's amazing at it. So you're pretty happy now. And then obviously, I mean, the entire Tampa power play is pretty fun to be on that side now.
Yeah.
You know, and the other side where they cross seam you 3 times, fake 1T seam, fake 1T seam, and you're like, I shouldn't go through you. Yes, but it went 3 times. And they finish with like a top cheese from Stammer. Like, you know, you're kind of happy to be on that side.
Man, Belly, I love you. I hope you play here for the next 10 years.
Oh,
like, I hope you.
I don't know if I can.
You do, yeah. You're fresh.
I'll be 46 years old
the sweet
with
years,
a cane.
No, it's Chara. He's out there at 40. What is he? 45 or something like that. You're good.
Is he?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. Who knows how. All right, listen, I want to know, because we're here right now in the building. Nobody else is here. All the staff, they're getting their rings. The players got their rings last night. Where were you when this was all happening? Did you know about it? I mean, because I'm jealous, and I'm not even on the team with those guys. What's the feeling like for you when all these guys are going to get their rings at the owner's house?
I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty cool for them.
Yes.
Right? Like,
Are you happy for them?
Yeah, 100%. Okay. I mean, it's well-deserved hard work or sacrifice, whatever you put it out there. Like, you don't get a cup by not, doing something special.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, get 2 freaking back-to-back, right? So, I well-deserved, but now I'm on my own, kind of. It's kind of make you feel like, all right, so let's do the work together to get that one.
Yeah. You're like, hey, guys, you still want one more, right? Like, that's why I'm here.
But that's the thing, though. Like, you come to this team, there is a winning culture. It's going to be this. I knew it was going to be the celebration. I didn't know how I was going to go about it because I've been on the other hand, losing and seeing those guys partying when you want to be the guy. But at the end of the day, this is also, being able to be picked or choose for team that won and they want you to help them win. That's also like it's a huge thing. So all respect.
What was the process like when you were a free agent and you were, considering signing here? I talked to Bogosian. He said he had it in the back of his head that he wanted to come here. I'm sure you had many suitors at this point in your career. You want to go to a good spot where you're going to be for a couple of years and have a chance to win, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a process, right? For my wife and I, there is, the quality of life that it's huge. And the 2 years, it's kind of for us, it was big just because, you can invest yourself in your neighborhood. I am a grinder, right? I'm going to work my ass off for the team and I'm going to throw myself in front of pucks. It's going to be my job and I'm okay with it, right? But I feel personally that, I play better if I know that my family is having a great time. And so being able to invest and be here for 2 years and know that we're in a great neighborhood and that they enjoy, this is going to help me then be positive every day and not having any stress on that side, can come and focus 100% on the hockey life. And the 2 years is a most important part because 1 year, you don't have time to invest yourself into the neighborhood. 8 months later, you're gone. Your family doesn't know what's going to happen, if you might change place. So are they by themselves, introducing themselves and investing themselves in the neighborhood, in the school that your kids are going to be a part of. And all of this is, I'm 36 years old, so, the life beside hockey becomes really, really important. And now that was one of the process.
I want to ask you about life after hockey in a second, but I've heard from anybody that's ever come here as a free agent that there is a welcoming committee, that the Lightning just start contacting people right away to welcome them to the team. Oh, yeah. Was that the case with you? Who reached out
100%.
first?
I think Julien was the first one that called me right away. And it's different because it's French speaking, right? So the conversation gets a little bit more real right away somehow. But Julien, but then I've had the text from Harry and everybody. Like, literally, I've had like Joe send me a text right away, Stammer send me a text. So it was killer. Like, it was.
That feels good, right?
Yeah, it is fun to. And also, it was the same kind of text from the guys, like, we are not done. We are not satisfied, right? So this is kind of one of the. I didn't think that I would end up in Tampa, to be honest. I didn't because.
We have no money.
No, but I didn't even know that they were going to be interested. That's also, there is competitive team, and I was lucky enough to get competitive team that wanted me, which was surprising. But then the 2 years, I was like, oh, there is a few. Okay, so let's sit down and talk about this.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when Tampa showed up, it's kind of dialed down everybody else. Because for us, like, the hockey made sense, if if hockey made sense is one thing, then if the life beside hockey makes sense, it's one thing for my wife. We can have the best for both of us, right? So then it's like no one of us can complain about anything. This is what you dream of. This is what I want. So let's go. Simple.
I feel like I'm getting a pep talk here. Like this is a TED talk. I'm full of motivation right now.
Let's go.
So all right. So have you thought about? You've been all over the world, Sweden, Paris. You played.
Yeah.
All right. Before I get into that, actually, I'll get. Have you thought about life after hockey? You said that you're you said you're 36. You said you can't imagine playing at 46.
I didn't even know I was going to play until now. So this is pretty fun.
So you're just riding this out because you seem like a guy that just has so many interests, such a zest for life that you can do so many other things outside of hockey when you're done.
I mean, thanks for pumping my tire. I feel great right now.
Well, I feel good. You feel good. Great.
No, but the thing is that I've always felt like, my way to play is straight from being, I'm focusing on today and nothing else.
Okay.
Right? You live the present. If you think about the future, that's not the present, right? So you're already losing the present, right? So think about the moment. And this is why I think I've been able to be, how do you say it? Like, consistent for the team, because all right, I'm coming here today, it's going to be practice, and I'm going to do everything I can to be a little bit better for tomorrow, right? And this is going to be the same in game, stuff like this, thinking that this game might be the last one, right? But then because of that, I am terrible at organizing ahead, right? I'm the worst for my wife, right? Because then she's like, hey, come back home, and I'm like, hey, so tomorrow we have a gala apparently.
A gala? Oh,
yeah,
God.
And this is the kind of thing I can do. And she's like, yeah, I've already talked with the wives like 2 weeks ago. Thanks for letting me know now, though. But this is the thing I'm focused on today, right? So it's been really hard to think. And when you turn 30 and 31 and 32, people start asking you all the time, okay, what are you going to do about after hockey?
Oh, do they? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No. But the truth is that I didn't even know that I remember, I think, telling to my mom when I got to the top league in Sweden, I think I was telling her like, okay, you know what? If I can play until I'm 29, then maybe 29 to 30, I get 1 year in Russia. And then after that, I just toned down, and now I'm 36 and I'm still playing in the best league in the world, right? So I'm just going to try to ride it, play it as hard as I can when I have the chance to have to play for a team.
Yep.
And then we'll see. And then what has come after, we've talked with my wife about it because I'm 36. I'm supposed to be retired, right? So it's like, okay, what do you want to do after? But I don't know.
You got to do something with people. The connection that you have with people, your personality. Like, I feel like there's something there, whatever it is. So I finally want to ask you about the Golden Knights. Their intro. They're like when they kick off the game. Where were you when that's all happening? Is that too much? Like the whole theatrical production of like being in Vegas. Would you ever watch it?
We actually, I saw it. When did I get hurt? The first year I got hurt. We were halfway through the season, I think. That was the first time I saw the intro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we didn't even know what.
You didn't know what was going on?
No, the wives knew, but like if you play, like you're on the ice, and then by the next day you focus about the next game, right? So nobody literally told you, hey, you should look at the intro. Like it's like, you get goosebumps out of it. So like, I was upstairs not playing that game, and literally the intro started, and I was like, this is amazing. Like they should have a TV inside the locker room. So, but like we knew that it's a show town, right?
Yes.
Then you give them a hockey place, a hockey rink, right? And a hockey team. Well, they have IDs that is like just
out, like mind
because
blowing.
they've worked with that for the last freaking 50 years or more, right? So then the show doesn't start just with the game. It starts like an hour and a half before, outside on the strip to rally people close to the rink. So it's like, by the time you come, like people are freaking buzzing.
Do you feel like you have to entertain people at that point in Vegas? Did you feel differently when you played on that team, or you just went about your business the way you did any other team?
No, I just went about my business like I did in any other team. The only thing is that because people had the biggest difference, I'd say, is that it's a brand new team that is, born in that city, and it's like 1.8 million people that can recognize themselves in 23 players, right? Because they had no other professional sport the first 2 years that I was there. So it doesn't matter who you are or what you do. Some people is going to recognize himself into you. So you will have a fan base and they will be buzzing, right? So like people didn't know I don't know if they didn't know that they needed hockey, or with the tragedy on October 1st.
Yeah.
All of that helped, like connect the people to the team, and that not get tired much faster. And suddenly people are like, well, we needed that team, right? So they see themselves into that team. They can cheer that team. Suddenly you see T-shirts and stickers all over the freaking town, and people are using it as a relief and stuff, right? So it was pretty cool, because as a hockey player, you can affect people's life. But then when that tragedy happened, you go to the hospital and you see people and you're like, kind of like, what am I doing here? Like, these people are suffering in a way. Like, you talk to a woman, her daughter had I think she was getting her 4th heart surgery because of a bullet got there, and you're like you try to listen and try to make sure you try to give as much as you, and that woman is just giving you back so much credit because you were there for her and there for her daughter, and you're like,
and that's all you can do, really.
Yeah, and this is where you kind of understand, okay, like this logo, this crust that you play every night for, this is something that can help people in such a different way than just you going on the ice and just playing. Like, for those people, they see it as a way to, maybe their day has been terrible, and be able to see you working hard, give them a boost for the next day. And before that, I've gone to hospital and met cancer patient, but that tragedy kind of really opened your eyes, because the entire town suffered, right? And suddenly you're there and you work your ass off, and then you get cred for it. Just because you're working, people are like, I'm happy that we're here. Now I feel like I want to live again. And you're like, whoa, wait, those are heavy words. Yeah. Then suddenly you're like, nobody can be cocky about their stats. And that's why the first year, the team went all the way to the Stanley Cup final, because it wasn't about the players, it was about the town, right? And so it was fun to be able to be a part of that. I think that make you mature yourself much faster, and you have a fun time. And the people were absolutely crazy about hockey, so it was fun.
They're insane. We were afraid the first couple of seasons, or the last couple of years, we're like, we don't want to play Vegas, we didn't want to play Colorado at all. Like, those were 2 teams that we had our eye on that we didn't want to play, and luckily we didn't have to. I have people, friends, sources that work all around this building, and I had one of my sources text me yesterday when I told him I was interviewing you, and he told me that you accused Vasi of laughing in Russian, and Vasi was very confused about how you laugh in Russian. Do you feel like there's a way that guys can laugh in a certain language at all, and do you feel like Vasi does laugh in Russian?
I don't know if he's laughing in Russian, or if he says a sentence in Russian, then they all laugh. Then you're like, all right, I understand you laugh here.
Is that what? Do you feel like they're talking about you in Russian? Is that what it is?
He was actually talking about me, so I was just like, give it back to him. Like, okay, what are you talking about now here? And then he actually told me what he was saying, so it was actually pretty funny.
The Lake Tahoe. There was a big inside joke about Lake Tahoe, and I'll be honest with you, I thought Lake Tahoe.
Did you know it was going to be on the freaking Nod Lake?
I thought Lake Tahoe was a lake, and I thought everybody partied around the lake. I thought when everybody's like, I'm going to Lake Tahoe, I thought that's what it was. Yeah. I didn't know.
I mean, people have to understand that I'm French. My knowledge of North America ain't the greatest. So the size of Lake Tahoe, when we got eventually there, I was like, okay, this thing is huge. For sure it doesn't froze. But before that, for me, I was like, live in Sweden, there is big lakes there, but when in minus 30 degrees Celsius, the lake is gonna froze eventually. Right. So, and this is what my idea was, right? Every commercial game on Lake Tahoe, right? So I was like, oh, it's gonna be sick. Right? Until,
did you ever Google Lake Tahoe?
Oh no! Okay. Why would I? Why would I? I'm a naive. I trusted what it says on the freaking commercial. And then the thing is that the reaction was true. I was literally so excited. And Berkey, this ass, he knew he wasn't on it, but he's telling, oh, I'm gonna let Belly talk because I know he's excited about it.
And he really
buddy,
put you out
heads
there.
Up here, maybe. So, yeah, my dreams were crushed. 100%.
So do you know where you're playing the outdoor game this year? Are you from?
No.
You don't know where you're?
No, the game is in January.
I think February, maybe. I don't know. Yeah,
we play Colorado tomorrow. This is all I'm at.
That's all you're thinking about.
This is how I work.
Okay. Are you thinking a lot about?
I actually didn't even know we had an outdoor game until a week ago when I heard that guys were going there.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, "Where are they going?" He said, "Oh, we have an outdoor game." I said, "Oh, for real?" So yeah, I mean,
Are they special to you or the outdoor?
yeah,
They are?
100%. I mean, it's not as special as winning 2 cup back to back, but it is pretty fun. And I've been lucky enough to play. This would be my 4th one, I think. And it's a different atmosphere, right? Those are the once in a lifetime experience. You can play outdoor and have 180 to 100,000 people booing you. It's pretty cool.
Isn't the ice normally in horrible conditions for some of these games? Okay.
But last year I said that, and guys were looking at me like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "It should be bad, because if it's perfect, I feel like you want to remember something it's an outdoor game. It might rain, it might snow, like it's not gonna be perfect.
It might be 80 degrees.
Yeah. So last year the ice wasn't that great. When we were in Philly, it snowed in the middle of the second period, and like it was so windy, so you feel like you were going uphill. Those are, I feel like it's a part of the, if everything is perfect, like inside the rink, then I feel like I want a little bit of adversity to make it even better.
Now, you said you don't really look ahead and you just take things day by day, and I'm kind of the same way. It's like, hey, there's a birthday party you said you were going to go to us with, I forgot about it and everything like that. When did you start thinking about that you were going to play Colorado tomorrow? You've had to know about that for a while.
Actually, I think my wife mentioned it 5 days ago.
Okay.
I think she said, we play Colorado this week. And I was like, isn't it Florida first? Isn't it Florida? She said, yeah, first Florida and then Colorado. So this is how I figured it out.
Was it tough for you to leave there, being that they've been so close, and they are so close to winning?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, about the same way as I'm investing myself here, it was the same way when I moved there, right? From Vegas to go, it was like about investing yourself into the neighborhood. And we were lucky to find a neighborhood that was amazing, filled with kids and Swedish people. For my wife, she's Swedish, so it was kind of like, okay, it's going to be tough to beat that, right? So in that way, and the team, and it's a competitive team, living because you're close to be winning would be kind of a selfish thing, like, oh yeah, I don't want them to win. No, it's more about, what it meant to live there with our kid being young and all the memories. That's kind of the tough part to leave. Then obviously going from one team, you would rather be in one team for 14 years, right? But I see it in a way that I'm getting paid to be able to travel the entire country and play in some sick teams and have a chance to win in each team. I mean, this is cool.
It is.
So
talk to people like me.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, like when you think about it, like when I'm gonna be old and I have grandchildren, hopefully, I'm gonna be able to tell them, well, I lived in that place, and and maybe make their dream be cool about it, right? So either you see it in a way that, I'm changing team, and you start bearing yourself down and be negative about it, or you're trying to find positive. And for me, this is actually a pretty cool thing. I'm a French. I'm not French Canadian. I'm French.
Right. Oh yeah.
It's not that many of us here, so I'm enjoying every moment of it. And like I said, being able to be a part of the Lightnings, I mean, it's a big honor, right? And before that, being able to be a part of Colorado, a team that really want to win, and everybody, put them on the top. It was cool that I was one of the players that they wanted to create that, right? Mm-hmm. So I want to win. Absolutely. Now I'm not a part of their team, so now it's about us to win. So, and that's what it is.
Can't wait to watch you tomorrow night. So, you're a chiropractor, right? Or you went to chiropractor school?
No, so I wanted to be. That was one of the dream.
Oh,
it was to be a chiropractor. So when I was 21, I had to make a decision. Like, do I leave the country and go try the hockey dream, or do I just give up on not give up, but do I just like, okay, I will never leave the country, and then I go a little bit more serious about my chiropractic schools.
What was your passion for chiro? Did you just like to hear things?
I don't know. It's not about like I wanted to crack people's back and everything.
Can you do that or no?
No, I can crack my back.
Okay.
But like, it's not that I've like.
I was going to see if you could kind of fold me up and twist me like a pretzel.
I can probably fold you anyway.
Okay. All right.
But not the right way. Okay. Like, you have to sign a waiver first.
Have you seen the things where they take the people? And
like there is a whole. No, I don't know. I don't know what it is about. When I was young, not everybody can tell themselves when they're really young, I know exactly what I want to be. I want to do this, right? Why in my head, it was chiropractic from the very young age. I might have seen a show or a movie or something. I don't remember. I don't recall. But somehow I knew that I was going to take the path of chiropractic school. Like French schools is really complicated for that. You know, you're supposed to know when you're 15 what you want to do.
Okay.
Otherwise, you end up taking a job by default, right? So I was lucky enough to find what I want to do. The only thing is that then hockey, which, you know, my whole life I've been told, hockey is not a serious thing. Stop. Because it's France.
Right.
And I don't blame the teachers. Like, I mean, how many of us made it here?
It's like less than 10, right?
Yeah, I think we're 9.
Yeah, 9. I believe
and
I heard
2 of
9.
them were long before I was born, right?
Right.
So I understand. But so for me, I had to keep on going to school until I found that hockey become really a job. Because if you, no offense to all my friends that are in France and everything, but you won't be able to live a life just out of hockey in France. It doesn't work this way. So that's why it's cool. Most of my friends, we all grew up, and at that time when I was in that medicine school, 2 of my friends were national team players and pro, and they quit hockey to actually they're both chiropractor.
Really?
Because that was the smart thing to do. And it was that talk with my mom where I was, all right, 20 years old, what do I do? Like, do I just quit hockey and I just go by? My mom was like, I mean, will you be able to go without hockey? And I was like, I don't think so. I said, just try it. I mean, you're smart enough to come back and then get a job eventually. I'm not worried about you finding a job. And this is what I want.
You're one of those guys that would be successful in anything you did. And if you were a chiropractor, yeah, you'd be all over the internet because you'd be able to twist people up like no other, giving them all sorts of cracks. Yeah, I mean, God, I want to know what that feels.
I don't know. It's I think you have I've been lucky enough that I have great education from my mom and it's shining through.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, it's all about I like puzzles, I like this kind of, and I think it's what it is about, you try to find whatever it's in front of you, you try to find a way to solve it. And usually people give you credit for that.
Oh, I'm going to start having you solve my problems. I saw on your Instagram, went through it. You're a big Halloween guy. Dressing up every year. Yeah. What's in the plans this year? Is it a family theme?
Yeah, this year was my year too. So I'm a little bit I've had no
You were Shrek, right? I got Shrek.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that wasn't my wife's idea this one? Because we do each year, because my wife is also a Halloween nerd. It's all about, and most of the years we don't like to, just buy costumes. We like to make them.
Okay.
So it's about sewing them and going to whatever Goodwill, whatever shop.
Do you sew? Do you do the
sew? Yeah.
You sew?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Man, I could tell.
I got a good mom.
Yeah, you do it all, man. I'm telling you.
But so it's all about all of that, right? And so this year with the move and everything, I've been so focused about the house because I'm my wife do all the
decorating,
and I do all the architectural design, like how we remove this wall, we create this, and I'm measuring all of these things. I like to do that too.
Okay.
So it's been so much in my head that I've kind of let Halloween being to the side until now. My wife was like, all right, we need to decide. It's your year, so what are we doing?
And there's no time for sewing right now, right? We're a week away. So
no, so this year it should be pretty fun. I mean, but it's a family costume, so it's more fun if we're all together. So we're gonna try to make it so we take the pictures. I mean, last year was my wife, and we had last year we had the ice cream cone. That was a really complicated one.
Oh yeah, I don't. I wrote something else down that you were, but now I can't read my writing. I have Shrek and something else that begins with a B.
The bubble.
Bubble. You were.
We were the the natural bubble. Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
That was my wife's. It was fun.
Thank you for. All right. So, what's your favorite candy? Do you take in any? You look like you don't eat candy.
No, I don't.
You're not at all.
I like the usual, crocodile French,
French stuff.
Haribo. Oh yeah. I'm French, right?
Yeah,
so, I don't know. I mean, I got into the States at 29. That was the first time I was in the States, right? So all the candies you guys have. Never heard of them before.
Like a Reese's cup? Have you?
Never had that, actually.
Still haven't had that?
No, doesn't look interesting to me.
Oh, it's very good. It's peanut butter and chocolate.
That's why.
You don't know good? No. Is it not good for you? Is that why?
No, I don't know. It's just that I've never been, if you go to a Halloween party and there is candies, I'm going to look at something that's going to be more interesting than that.
Yeah.
Right?
Wait, I'm trying to see if I have one here.
Why would you have one? It's not Halloween yet.
I love them. I carry, just in case you get a little, little snack here. So
yeah, that's not a right snack, brother.
That's not. I haven't eaten all day, man. I'm not. This career I've chosen.
What do you think this is going to do? Go straight into your nail. You're not going to have any energy out of that.
This is going to be enough to ask you the final two questions to
All
give
right.
me what I need. What have you saved from your career? What do you have any memorabilia? Anything from any of the guys you've competed with? Do you save anything, or is that stuff like not important to you?
It is not. Like it is not. My wife is huge on it, so she's been really like kind of helping me about doing that more and more. The only cool, I mean, obviously I have the jersey, the puck, and stuff like this, which is pretty cool. But the one thing that I had a good idea is that the first year in Vegas, they had made like posters about the first game ever of the franchise, right?
Yeah.
And at the end of the season, I took mine and I went and I asked every guy to just write something in the back. So, and I didn't read it, right? So it's planned to in 10 to 20 years, look at that thing and just,
So like screw you.
It could be some like, he an ass, but it could be like some of them I know wrote for a long time, so.
Great guy.
Yeah.
Great
So
guy.
it's just like, at the time when you start forgetting shit, then you have a name. Yeah, make sure you write your name, not your signature, please. So remember who you are.
Your wife is preparing you for that. All right, now your wife has a YouTube channel, had a YouTube channel, and there was like wine tasting, wine pairing. Right? I feel like you were on a couple videos, right? Are you?
I'm like in the back. She's asking questions. She knows I don't really big fan of being in front of it.
Right. So, but
she's good at it though. She's really good.
Is she doing something else with it? Because I heard it was a big thing. We were going to talk about it, promote it.
She's changing it, so soon it will be back.
Soon, okay.
Yeah, she's a gastro sommelier. So it's like a wine expert and a chef. So I eat well at home, first of all. Let's put that out there. But
are you big on like wine pairings with your food?
So I do not drink wine.
Okay.
Or alcohol for the matter. It doesn't taste good to my mouth. And trust me, 12 years, she's been trying, but she doesn't really drink either. But I, as a French person, I would love to actually, the combination, because I love all the rest of the French culinary stuff, right? But wine doesn't work. So she, with her talent, she can have a dish and then take a bottle of wine and make this whole thing be so much better. And I'm like trying, and I was like, okay, this is trash. This ain't working for me.
This ain't working.
But this is like, so I would love to, but it doesn't work for me. So this is what she does. So she found the only French guy that don't actually like wine. Good job, girl.
Belly, listen, man, I'm so glad that you did this. I'm so glad that you signed with the Lightning. Hopefully
Thanks,
we
man.
get that Stanley Cup for you. And I hope that we get to do this again, man. And you know what?
Anytime.
Screw this Reese's Cup. I need something more than just, I'm going to get a nice smoothie. How's that? Okay. No?
What are you putting in there?
Nothing green. Just maybe,
why not?
Maybe some peanut butter and a banana.
Well, then eat that Reese. It's the same thing. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, I'm going to hit you up on Instagram for some health tips. Belly, thank you so much,
Thanks
man.
for having me.
Have a great year.
Yeah, thank you, guys.